Hey guys, Akif here. Hope you guys are doing well. And today we are gonna react on modern women think men with dating preferences are criminals. Criminals. Uh, so before we make any assumptions, let's do check out. Check out. Oh, check out.
It's like an Andrew Tate video, and he said that he wants a virgin over like a girl with like a higher body count, right? That just screams.
Whoa.
I did the same thing
Hold
last
on.
time and they hated me for it.
I'll
Let me-
keep it more PG.
Let me play
Okay.
this one
So
more.
you're saying if an older guy wants a virgin like her,
You're not a virgin. I mean, you may be
if
born
an older
again,
guy,
but
hold on, if
it's a
an
different
older guy,
subject.
You might be bored.
ladies, if an older guy wants a virgin like Grace, that makes him a pedophile. That's what you're saying right now.
Okay, he's like what, pushing 40? So how many
So
35,
let's say
40?
she meets
which
a
who's
38-year-old.
speaking, you? Okay.
She
Come on, man. I don't know, man. Like, it's just a start. It's just like within 1 minute. You can't be saying that, like, if a guy is 40 years and he's dating some woman, some woman who is in 20s and he's a pedophile. I can't believe, man. Come on. To be honest, I know a person, multiple person, like they are in 80s, in 70s, and they are dating women who are in 20s. So it's just normal. They are not pedophile. If you are in 75 also, if you are in 70s also, and you're dating a woman who is 20, I don't think so that's a pedophile. I don't know what she thinks, but at the age of 40, nah.
38-year-old. Does that make him a
How old is
pedophile?
she? How old are you?
23.
23, 38. That's like
What?
how big of a difference? I don't know. I didn't go to college.
Andrew Tate is 36. Okay, let's just.
He's
make-
pushing 40. How many 36-year-old virgins are there? Probably not many.
Yeah, but he wants to date like young baddies.
He wants someone who's barely legal. That sounds like someone who grooms.
Nah.
Because she's
This is
forgetting
such-
part of what
I'm
Andrew
so
Tate was
fucking tired
saying.
of hearing this
He was
shit.
23 is not barely legal. Come on. 23 is not that. If you're talking about 18, 19, 20, 23 is not. I mean, you can date 16, 17 also. I think it's fine, but 23 is not barely young. Come on, 23 is not barely young.
saying a virgin. He was saying somebody under the age of 20. So it was like 18 to 20 was his gap.
Can she go to the bar with you?
No.
He said his ideal one was a 19-year-old when he was 36.
That's-
She ain't getting a
big
big
Got
one.
a newsflash for you. That's a lot of guys.
We know. We already went over it, and that's.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it right.
Well, it
No,
doesn't,
it-
it doesn't
it
make
is
it
right.
wrong just because you think it's wrong.
Maybe there's a
A
reason.
lot of
this has
girls
been-
like.
Fair point. If you think it's wrong, that doesn't make it wrong, right? Who decide the moral superiority? Nothing. No one. The society doesn't justify any moral grounds because 10, 15, 20 years ago there were no rainbows. Now they are everywhere. Rainbows, right? So who decide that if it's right or wrong?
Those as rich guys, but
That's
are we
fine.
allowed-
Does
we
it
can't,
hasn't
like,
doesn't
yell
play
at
on
people, right?
their age though. I mean,
Was he old enough to drive when she was born?
What does that have to do
That's
with
a good
anything?
point. That's like a way to tell if the age gap is like too
Just
extreme.
because you guys feel like it's wrong doesn't make it wrong. This has been the norm throughout all of human history. Older guys with resources go for younger women. It's fine. That's human nature.
Younger adult.
Did she just mention that how old she can drive? Give me 1 minute. Let me just check that. Give me 1 minute. Can't believe that.
Doesn't play on
right?
their age though. I mean,
Was he old enough to drive when she was born?
What does that have to do
That's
with
a good
anything?
point. That's like a way to tell if the age gap is like too
Just
extreme.
because you guys feel like it's wrong doesn't make it wrong. This has been the norm throughout all of human history. Older guys with resources go for younger women. It's fine. That's human nature.
Younger adult.
The same way, like, which he made a point, which older guys with resources go for the younger one, which is the preference, right? The same way where I don't agree with this when people say women are gold digger when their preferences are to go for rich guy, right? I don't think so. That's a gold digger move because you are a woman, you're a beautiful woman, you have maintained yourself. So yeah, why not? You can date a rich guy with resources, right? So I don't think so. They are gold digger. The same way, if a rich guy who has worked on himself, made millions, his entire life he has devoted to businesses. Now he wants some beautiful young woman. I don't think so. There's anything wrong. And people discussing about that. That's stupidity.
Women.
Yes.
Because they
Debatable.
would go for a 14-year-old if they could.
No,
so they're
no,
getting the
no,
next
no, no,
best
no.
thing.
Come on.
This is projection. This is projection.
It's not. How is it projection? Think I want a 14-year-old? If anything, you're projecting right now,
What?
not me. That's.
Okay, I will
I'm
say
just telling you
something.
what human nature is like and what it's been like throughout history. Men go
And
for
I'm
younger
telling you,
women.
it doesn't just because it's
Doesn't
human
make-
nature
doesn't
doesn't mean
make
it's right.
them- doesn't
Human
make them
nature is also
pedophiles.
men go out for human nature and don't know how to keep it in their pants. That's still human nature. Doesn't mean to make it right. Just because it's human nature doesn't mean it's right.
There's plenty of women who can't keep their legs
There's
closed
kids
either.
who
Kiko,
grow up
there's
who are-
plenty of
And
women
they're
who
gonna
can't
say
keep their
we're
legs
born again
closed.
Christian.
There's plenty of women who can't keep their legs.
Grow
Kiko,
up
there's
who are
plenty
raised
of
and they're
women who
gonna
can't
say
keep their
we're
legs
born again
closed.
Christian.
There's plenty of women who can't keep their legs closed. Doesn't make that right.
Just because you're, like she said, a born again virgin doesn't mean just you can have all these new opinions of keeping your legs closed or you guys
What?
like.
No, you just said there's plenty of guys who can't keep it in their pants.
I
That
was-
doesn't make it right.
I was making
That's
a
not
synonym for
okay.
rape. I didn't want to say rape
What?
on here is what I meant.
Wait,
By
what
keeping
are
their
we-
pants, I was
what are
saying
we
they
even
take it
talking
on
about?
unwilling suspects. is
How
what I
did
was
this
saying.
What?
devolve
Not-
into rape?
because
What
I was
are
saying-
you talking about?
That's what I was saying earlier, but I was trying to use a synonym and not just use that word, just throwing it out there. But I was saying that's why you were saying human nature. There's men who like younger women by human nature. I was also saying it's human nature with how big a percentage of men we have who go out and rape women. Doesn't mean it's correct.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know a single guy.
Okay.
Can
You
I
don't.
say
I would
something?
guarantee.
Big percentage of men. Big percentage of men. Are you discussing about the majority? I don't think so. That doesn't make sense. I don't think so. If majority men are raping, then how the world would look like. But nah, I don't think so. She's making sense. Let make someone else talk. Any other woman should talk, not this one.
I would
I
guarantee you
was
some of your close friends have probably assaulted a woman.
What?
Facts.
Just based on
Facts.
numbers.
What
It's
the
numbers.
fuck?
I would
I've
guarantee
seen
you
that.
some of your close friends have probably assaulted a woman.
What?
Facts.
Just based on
Facts.
numbers.
What
It's
the
numbers.
fuck?
It's 1 in 4 men. So how, that's
No.
just based on
Nope.
numbers, sweetie.
Okay,
no.
I don't think that's fair to
No,
the men.
it's not
here.
1 in 4.
But you're
But
not
I
sexually
do-
active, so how would you know?
I do want to say something.
Let's
on
let.
that.
Okay, Grace, go ahead,
Just
and
real
then
quick.
we'll come back in.
I think I see where you girls are at with what Andrew Tate said and seeing it going through your head and then filtering it through that, seeing him as a pedophile or like that's leading to that. I think though, if you really look at what he's saying and you really watch that, what he's saying is that he doesn't want an older woman who's been with a bunch of partners because he wants to be. I'm not siding with him completely, but I do think that he has a good point that men do want women who have less baggage.
Why? They want to be worshipped?
Because
Why?
no.
Why would a guy want a
Because
woman with
women-
less
Anyone
baggage?
That's actually married. Like, what the fuck? You guys
Because
don't even have
not
enough
that it's-
fucking like clout to say.
I get
Yeah.
what you're saying. I get
Yeah.
what you're saying. That's why, like, it makes sense though for people like
I don't
Chase.
get it.
Yeah.
People like Chase who would want somebody with a lower body count because he's also now saving himself. So that makes sense because he's saving himself now, so he wants somebody else who's saving himself. Andrew Tate's not fucking saving himself. He's going out and probably fucking multiple women a day. So it's a little weird for somebody who wants somebody to be saving themselves when somebody's body count is probably over 300.
Are men and
He
women the
didn't- he didn't-
same?
Hold on though. He didn't.
Are men and
Oh,
women
wait,
the
wait,
same?
Wait, wait, hold on.
So you're
What
saying
you said?
men can go and have multiple partners, but
You
not
guys,
women.
hold on,
That's
hold on,
usually
hold
what
on,
they're
hold on,
saying.
hold on, everybody. Andrew Tate didn't say he wants a woman who's saving herself. He simply said that he wants a girl who has a lower body count and less baggage.
A
Because
12-year-old.
no,
No,
that's not what he said.
No.
What are
That's
you
not what he
talking
said.
Not all
about?
of us.
That's
are.
not what he said.
He said like 18 to 26.
Brian,
Yeah.
you can't even be mad about this. This is your fault.
What?
Andrew
No,
Tate's
this is
Leonardo?
ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
What's
you can't
ridiculous?
accuse men who want legal
You're getting a
of age
little-
women. You guys are accusing men who want legal of age women of being pedophiles. That
If
is
a
a
50-year-old
crime.
man wants an 18-year-old, it's fucking
Now
weird.
it's just
It's
evolving.
weird.
First it was
Because
mid
you know why?
30s, now it's 50.
Can I
You,
say
you guys are
something?
making it
Slim
more and
too,
more
because
ridiculous.
It's like, for me, I'm only 22 years old, and when I see most
They don't have the stats. That's the reason. From 38, 40, now 50. Now in some time they will be saying 60. To be honest, I know some men who are in 70s. They are dating beautiful 20s, 30s women. they're happy, both women and men are happy. Why not? I don't think so. Like, if you have worked your ass off, you have made millions, you have done the work, you have all the resources, why would you not ask for a beautiful woman? You have wasted your half of your life chasing the money, getting the resources, and there are some women who are happy to go ahead and date older men because they are more intellectual, because they have seen the life. They'll carry forward, um, you know, all the tough decisions. They can make them. They can just enjoy. They can just sit in the house, cook. What else, women? To be honest, in deep down, women want that only. Deep down, if you ask a man, I'm sorry, not men, woman. If you ask a woman, if you give them options like one guy who is in 20s or 25, doesn't work, doesn't do anything, or even if work, they don't make a good of a living, you have to stay with them. They don't love them, okay? We're not talking about the love, that aspect. Kick out of the window. We're talking about just a mutual understanding, and you need to marry. You need to marry someone who is in 25 with no money, no resources, just hustling, and there's a guy who is in 35, 40ish, 50ish, you can say, with all the resources, with all the luxuries. You just have to stay over there. It's just an arranged marriage, you can say. I don't think a woman would deny that, because at the end, what they want. These types of women, then people label as gold diggers. For an example, if I'll be honest, someone who complains that women are gold diggers, some men who complains that, they are the weak men. I think so, because if you can't earn, and asking that the woman should not demand from us, the same way, vice versa, if women are chasing for a good guy, for a good living, which they should, if they are beautiful women, if they have maintained themselves, they should be doing that. So the same way, vice versa, the men who has earned all the rights, everything, have resources, worked ass off, done that, so they can ask for a beautiful woman. I think so. It's fair enough. Not a big deal. But same way, men who complains that women are gold digger, they are jumping to the guys who have resources, those are losers in front of my eyes. The same way, I think so that women who are complaining that men dating younger women are the loser women. To be honest, I'm saying that. To be honest, you can say whatever you want. That's a fact. If you are a good woman, if you're a high valuable woman, why would you complain an ex guy dating a white woman or girl? What's that to do with you? Go out, have fun, date someone. You can date someone. What's wrong with that? If someone else is dating a younger woman, what's your problem, right? If you're not getting someone, if you are kind of a loser, then yes, it makes sense that you have an issue.
16-year-old boys, they literally look like children to me. They look like a whole fucking child that I could have birthed myself. When I see a
Women are
16-year-old
not-
boy, they literally look like infants. Okay, I'm attracted to women too. If I see a 16-year-old girl, I'm like, they still look like a fucking child.
Yeah, that's the reason they have an issue, because they comes from that rainbow, waving flag, rainbow. These people are those people. That's the reason they have issue. Men, you need to understand again, men and women are not same. Okay, before talking about the politics, before talking about the society, before talking about who's the president, who's the prime minister, what should have been done, before talking about the wars, everything, we need to focus first as a man and woman both, everyone who is watching this, who are in their senses, the men loves women, woman loves men, those type of people, we need to focus on the house first, on the morals of the family first. familyness first. Masculinity, femininity, that's what we need to focus on. Once you have developed that, then you can make a good society, then you can make a good street, then you can make a good city, then you can make a good state, then you can make a good country, then you can make a good world. Before talking about and jumping and saying that I don't vote this guy, I hate Trump, again I do. Before jumping on those stuff, we need to talk about family and preferences. It's just a normal thing. If you like a white woman, go for it. If you like a black woman, go for it. It's just preferences. Don't listen to these people who comes from that rainbow side. Woman, men, whatever they do. They're just destroying the children's out there. They don't have any sense, and now they're weak. I think so that this panel of women's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think so. Whatever, this side, 1, 2, 3, 4. They are weak. They are lonely. That's the reason they are complaining that. Oh, if you see how funny is that, a rich guy walks in 50, in 40, walks in and say, bye. Astaghfirullah. Go. Shh. And now dating some 18, 20, they have a problem because, come on, you can understand, you're smart enough, right? They have a problem because they are in their 30s. They enjoy their entire 20s. Now they are not getting anything. A guy with rich resources are not ready to date them. Why would they? I don't think so. I mean, if inshallah I'm in my 50s.
Talking
look
about
like a
16.
child.
We're not talking
I
about
know,
16-year-olds.
but you're not getting my point. Okay, even an 18-year-old girl now at 22 years old, I see most 18-year-olds. I'm like, holy crap, you look like a whole child, like a freaking infant compared to me, and I'm only 22.
Infant?
So that's why it's weird to me. Yes.
Okay.
These are the same people when they are 18, when they are 19, when they are 16, they talk to their parents saying that, hey, let me go clubbing. He's my boyfriend. He's my girlfriend. He's my girlfriend. Yeah, you can say that. Yeah. She's my girlfriend, right? These are the same people who act smart in 17s, 16s, 18, 20s. And now when you have grown up like in 26, 30s, you look to 18 people and say that they are dumb. But you are at the same stage and you're acting so smart with your parents. And now if a younger woman, 18 years old or 19 years old, want to settle down in someone with 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s with resources, they're jealous. They're just jealous losers, I think so. That's the only point.
Like off the bat, I can tell that she was only 22.
Infant?
So that's why it's weird to me. Yes.
Okay.
Like off the bat, I can tell that she was.
Semantics. You know what she's trying to get at.
Thank you. Off the bat, I could tell that she was the youngest one in this room immediately. It was obvious. She carries herself very youngly. It's not something, even though she's only
Shots
a year
fired.
younger than me.
Shots
No, but
fired.
seriously,
Fired.
you could just tell. Like you could just tell. And if that's what you're seeking out, it's weird to me. Point blank. Period.
You sound very
Okay.
triggered by it for some
Let-
reason.
I do because it's. I know it's not all men.
How old are you?
But it's 22.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's the men who try to act like it's not a big issue because
It's not an issue.
It's not.
It's not an issue
It's
for
not.
men.
It's not an issue at all.
It's
no.
not. It's not.
We're literally like so many
so
guys.
what are you trying to say? Pedophilia is not an
No.
issue?
What
No,
the fuck?
That's what basically what you're saying, though.
You keep making it into pedophilia, but
That's
it's
just
not.
in your head.
That's what our whole conversation was. Basically what you're saying, though.
You keep making it into pedophilia, but it's not.
That's
You're-
what our whole conversation was
you're
that we
trying
brought up.
to-
That's the conversation we're
Kiko,
on right
you're
now.
trying to shame men for having preferences for younger women
Yeah, for having
by
preferences.
labeling it something that's illegal.
would you
That's a
call
classic.
it?
That's a classic shame tactic.
Yeah.
Nobody talked about having interest in women under the age of 18. We just said a lot of men prefer younger women. And you're like, that's fucking pedophilia. I think this is projection. 'cause
That's
you're probably
ad hominem.
Now let's
You're
move
saying
on
you
to
know what
probably-
protection
you're
means?
probably-
Do you know what protection means?
yeah,
so
it
then
is.
you're going to accuse me of being basically a pedophile then. Is what
No,
you're
I'm not
saying.
accusing you of,
Okay, but then
I'm
know
not
what the term
accusing
means.
you
Then
of
know what
being a
the term means.
pedophile. Okay. What I'm accusing you of is being triggered by this and trying to shame men
I'm
because
triggered by
you know
it?
it won't work in your favor someday.
Maybe I'm so triggered by it from the time when I was underage and how many older men were trying to
But we're
get at
not-
me. I couldn't even walk down the street
We're not
without.
That's not
talking
what we're
about the
talking
same
about,
thing.
though.
We're not talking about the same thing. We're talking about adult. We're talking about adult women here between the age of
She had a point.
18
It's just
to
that everything
25.
kinda
But
shifts.
calling an 18-year-old an adult
Doesn't
that's
matter.
like-
It's still legal.
Yes, you're an adult.
Doesn't
at
matter.
18.
That sounds so good.
Still
That's
legal. You're
really
legally an adult.
crazy
How is
you
that-
say
You're legally an
Okay.
adult.
That way too.
Okay, hold on. Let me. I want to come in on
can't
this.
really
Hold on. Let me come in and I'll let you. Okay. So first off, at 18 years old, you can buy a gun. You can
What
join
kind
the
of
military.
Gun? Not all guns. So please
Just
clarify.
let him finish. Let him
Can
Can
finish.
you
buy
stop?
handguns.
Can you stop
Stop
interrupting?
talking.
Like, let me talk.
Stop talking. Let him finish.
Okay, so at 18, you're an adult. You're legally an adult at 18. If you want to attach the teen to it at 18, 19, fine. But this is the thing, is that men are not allowed to have preferences, standards, and boundaries. It happens to be the case that men are attracted to younger women for a myriad of reasons. And when I say younger women, I mean women, adult women, from 18 and up, okay? 18, let's say 18 to 25. They've done studies on this. They ask men of all ages, the peak attractiveness that they see in women is between the age of like 20 and 21. 20 and 22 is what men find the most physically attractive, that age range. It's kind of funny, like, men, we don't shame women for y'all preferences. You want a guy who's confident, rich, funny, charismatic, all these things, right?
You know the reason for that, which he's talking about, that men are attracted to younger women between the age of 20 and 21. I think so it's more or less, come on, if be honest, there are some men. But the reason for that is because of giving birth. That's the only reason. Because for thousands of years, if you can do your research, you're free to check out that the reason why men are attracted to women who are in the younger side, the only reason for that is because of thousands of years. It's just about the production of the child. That's one of the reason. The same way why women are attracted to the resource, or you can say a valuable man who walks in a certain way, who talks in a certain way. The only reason for that is because they know that when they are with someone, they are about to get locked in for the next 9 months, 10 months, 1 year back then. So that's the history. If you go, like, men can come out in 2 minutes, right? 3 minutes. But women, if they do, they are locked in for another 1 year. So that's the reason they know that when we are with someone, they should be providing us for the over the years, right? That's the reason why psychologically women are attracted to the men who are with all the resources, because they know they are safe. That's the one reason. Same goes vice versa. Men are attracted to women because they want to produce children, and younger women are more capable of producing children rather than an old woman. That's the only reason. Psychologically, that's the one of the reason why men and women react in a certain way. But this term people won't understand because they haven't read much, they haven't studied much. They just yap around when they are in their 17s, 20s, 19s, 18s. They go out for clubbing. They talk back to their parents, say that we are grown up. And now once they're in 25, 30s, they say that, oh, 18, 20, they are young. They don't know anything. Doesn't make sense. They don't know anything. Nothing.
But men, we have different preferences than you guys do.
What's the
We're
age range
attracted
on the men that you're talking about from this observation?
from
It's literally die.
18 to 60. Men
18
prefer
to 60.
yes, men find the most of the women that they find the most attractive, it's between 20 and 22.
What about the 65-year-olds?
They,
It's the same. He showed a little thing, and it's like
It's-
basically it just stops
it's a
at like
chart.
22. Like they just stop finding women over the age of 22 attractive, no matter how old they get.
but it's funny, like, men always get shamed for this. It's always met with some sort of contempt, disdain, shaming language, insecure, I'm not going to use the
but
word.
women get
You
all
wanted
this
a girl-
stuff.
If you wanted a girl with big
Brian.
titties and a fat ass, I would say that's your preference, dude. Go for it. It's a preference. I understand that I have a problem with.
Okay, here's another reason why men buy it. There's an evo psych reason for why men care about a woman's age, why they prefer younger women. It comes down to fertility. Younger women are more capable for the reason why. Okay, let's say you're
I just told couple of minutes back same thing. You know, smart people knows this, and you would be learning this today. That's the only reason why psychologically men finds women attractive, younger women attractive, is because of the production of the children's. That's what we are here for in this world, right? Production, family morals, values, and then building up societies. That's what we are for. Just 2 minutes back, I just told that. And this dumb women won't understand that. That's the reason they are single, might be. One of the reasons. And that's why they're jealous.
5. Let's say you're a 40-year-old man. You're not going to, if you want to have a family, you want to have children, you're not going to pair with a 40-year-old woman because the likelihood that she's going to be able to bring a pregnancy to term is